What's going on YouTube? It's Rashawn here. I'm going to be doing a deck profile for my Machina Geargia deck. So let's just get into the deck profile. Starts out with 3 Geargia armor. It's the heart and soul of the deck. 1900 defender, which this format is very, very critical. Hard to get over. Level 4 Earth type monster, 1100 attack, 1900 defense. He searches out the whole Gear engine in the deck. A central card, must play 3 of in the deck. Then, to go with those, we're going to play 3 Geargia Accelerator. This guy is level 4 Earth type monster, 1400 by 800. And if you control a face-up Geargia monster, you can special summon him in defense mode. This card makes for easy, quick Exceed summonings, going into Geargia X to search out another card in the deck. Also a must-play 3 in the deck. This card, next, I only play 2 of. It is Geargia Arsenal. This is a 1500 by 500 level 4 Earth type monster. You tribute him to special summon a Geargia monster. So if you draw him, you can get in a quick attack with him, and then tribute him, and then special summon your Geargia armor from the deck, and then use that effect to set it. So it kind of just loops almost, you want to say. You can always get an armor out pretty much whenever you need to. Beaters in the deck. It's going to be 3 Machina gear frame. Everybody knows what this card does. It's a machine type monster. Searches out any Machina monster except itself from the deck. Goes with him. We have 3 Machina Fortress. This is the boss monster in the deck. It's a powerhouse, 2500 by 1600, level 7. This guy used 2 of these to make Big Eye, which is great this format. Take control of your opponent's monsters. We run 1 Machina Cannon. Pretty much you run him just so you can ditch him alone by himself to bring back your fortress from the grave. And if you wanted to, you could special summon him via his effect. That's the only reason that you really run this card over Machina Force, is because you do have options to get him on the field, but I've never actually gotten him on the field. And we play 1 Gores. My tech card for the deck is I'm maining 1 Cyber Dragon, just because there is so many windups out there, and there are so many Geargia mirror matches, that having the 1 Cyber Dragon in the main deck really catches people off guard. Randomly go into Chimeric Fortresses when they bring out Zenmaines. A lot of the times, if people don't have any other play, they'll just make a Zenmaines first turn because it is harder to get over, and then I'll just special Cyber Dragon and, make a Chimera attack and just get early advantage in the game. Another tech card that I'm playing 2 Gen X Ally Birdman. He's a level 3 machine type monster, and he's a tuner, so it does allow me to go into some synchros in the deck, which I know a lot of people aren't running the Birdman. I like him. I might bring him down to 1 from 2. I'm not sure if 2 is really needed because he is searchable via Gear X. And hand traps, we play 2 Effect Veilers, pretty much staple this format, everybody knows. And I'm playing the 2 Maxis. Now I'm actually thinking about either siding the Maxis or just taking them out altogether. They're not exactly great right now. So these I'm testing right now with them. I've been testing without them. I think I like them better in the side or not played at all. And that's going to wrap up the monsters for the deck. For the spells, we have double MST. I'm going to be playing double Forbidden Lance. Then the one-ofs in the deck. The Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Reborn, Pot of Avarice, and Limited Removal. A lot of people I see aren't playing Limited Removal in their Geargia decks. I don't know why not. I mean, if you get this card, it's pretty much a win more card. Yeah, it's a one of in the deck, but if you draw it, you can usually OTK that turn with it. So it's a win condition. You get limiter and two fortresses on the field, and you pretty much win. Or limiter and pretty much anything else. I mean, fortress, that's 5,000 right off there. With a gear frame that's like over 8,000. It just makes the deck nutty and ridiculous. I don't know why people wouldn't run it. It's only a one of, so you don't. It's not like you have to commit a lot of deck space to running this card, and it's like an auto win almost. Like 90% of the time, I want to say, if I draw a limiter, I'm going to win that game. That wraps up the spells. For traps, we run double torrential tribute, double bottomless trap hole, starlight roads, and the solemn brigade. So those are the traps that we're running. It's exactly a 40 card deck, 100% 40 cards. For my extra deck, we run one number 11, Big Eye. Great card. Combos out with not only the Machina Fortress, but also Gores. I've done that to a lot of people. I drop Gores on them, then I ditch for Fortress, and then I make a Big Eye, and I take, whatever monster they have if it is a problem monster, especially against Chaos Dragons, taking that Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, especially now that he's at 1, they really don't have any options to get around him because he's usually, besides the BLS, the largest monster they have in the deck. And then the star of the deck is Geargia X. We run 2 of these. This guy takes 2 level 4 machine type monsters, and once per turn you can detach an XYZ material from him to search any level 4 or lower machine from your deck to your hand. So pretty much you want to make him with your gear gears, and then you want to search out your gear frame, normally your gear frame, let's say, then search your fortress and start off your combos like that. We're running 1 Photon Butterfly Assassin, 1 Shockmaster, 1 Maestro Symphony de Jin, 1 Steel Swarm Roach, 1 Gymnite Pearl, 1 Utopia, 1 Fairy King for the Exceeds. Then I am running 3 Synchros, so I'm running a Stardust Dragon because we are playing Starlight Road. I run a Black Rose Dragon, Ally of Justice Cataster, and I'm mainboarding 2 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragons. So that's the Geargia Machina deck. This is the version that does not have any of the level 3s in it. I'm going to be doing a separate video deck profile for that one. So that's the extra deck. And my side deck for this deck is, I like the side. I'm playing 2 Puppet Plants. Heroes and 6 Samurais are really big now. They're getting really big. Samurais are coming back, making a statement for themselves. Also, a lot of people don't know that this card can also take spellcasters. So if you do run into the random rogue matchup, if you're playing Gravekeepers, a lot of people are trying to play the new Spellbook Prophecy deck. Those are all spellcasters. You can take those. I've taken people's breakers from them and then pop their back row with the breaker and then either, Exceed with the breaker or Synchro with the breaker. Really good combo. I'm siding the second Cyber Dragon just for the mirror match, and again, any machine matchup and the wind-up matchup, taking theirs in mains, things like that. I'm siding 1 System Down. Nice ultimate rare, awesome card. It's a great card. It devastates in the mirror match, absolutely devastates. Then I'm siding the 3rd MST. Yes, that is dual terminal. And for my traps that I'm siding double compulsory activation device. This card is amazing. It is amazing the amount of work this card puts in. I'm thinking about actually maybe taking out 1 Birdman perhaps and maining one of these. It's just a really, really good card, this format. People make these really big Exceed monsters or, Chaos Dragons. If you need to get over something quick, just compulse it back to their hand. Also, playing 2 Royal Decree in the sideboard. I think Royal Decree this format is absolutely necessary. There's so many traps that people are running in the main board. Judgments, Warnings, Torrential is at 2 now, Bottomless is at 2, Mirror Force is at 2. It just it says no to a lot of those traps, allows you to go off, especially if you do end up getting one of these on your field and a limiter in hand. It pretty much means game. Also, there are still the random matchups of Chain Burn and Final Countdown, and you drop a decree on Chain Burn or Final Countdown, and they pretty much cry. Like they really can't win after you decree them. Then I have two Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. I find that the hardest matchup for this deck by far is definitely the Dark World matchup. So I do side these for the Dark World matchup. You can play them also against Chaos. There's a lot of Chaos running around. It's pretty much for Dark Worlds though, because Dark Worlds just wreck Gears. For your Rogue matchups, things like anti-meta, we're setting two Gozens match. This card puts in so much work. It puts in so much work. It's almost better. It's almost better than Needle Stealing, I feel, because Needle Stealing will destroy the monsters if they have Starlight Road. They can Starlight Road that. They can Huge Revolution is over that, and Gozen match stays on the field, so it's gonna give them a permanent situation until they can get rid of it, that now they can't play different attribute type monsters. So if they have a Thunder King on the field, they have to stick with white monsters. They can't exceed into anything else. They can't summon anything else. It's amazing. Amazing card. Puts so much work in. And last, I'm citing Two Dimensional Prisons. I may try to find room to main one of these, same with the Compulse, because I feel that this format, this card, just really does get rid of the problem monsters. For some reason, Chaos Dragons have come back this format, and just being able to get rid of those light pulsars, get rid of those Elemental Hero, the Shinings, so they don't get any effects. It's just great. Just banish it, get rid of it. Don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game. So that is my Geargia Machina deck, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Any pointers, tips, things you think I should be playing, things I should tech, things I should take out, let me know. Later, YouTube.